Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. Where is our tournament? There we go. Now we're in business. Just doing some last minute tweakings to the what in the world? Just a few last minute tweakings to the stream. Thank you for being here. My screen is not big enough for everything. It's crazy. C'est la vie. We'll work on that one later. Speech chat just doesn't seem to be up and running. We are in Saratoga this weekend for the K through 8, kindergarten through 8th grade, elementary, primary, and junior high school nationals. There we go. Speech chat just had to be restarted. There we go. All of our bots seem to be in place. Well, almost all. We may be missing Blurp and a few others, but we'll see if those are up and running. I'm facing an open window, so if I get blinded out by whiteness, we'll know why. Got our 10-minute warning for the tournament that is about to start. So far, no crashes. We actually started the stream earlier, and then we got blasted out. Irony of ironies. Let's check our volume. Turn it down just a smidge. Just in case it's a little too loud. How's everyone doing this morning? 2 days ago, Stretch, I have to give him a refund. I don't know who it was, but I definitely refunded them. And the bitrate seems to be holding up pretty well, given that we're in a hotel. This is always an interesting crossing our fingers type of moment. We will see. How's everyone doing? Oh, we don't need that open. I'm closing everything that I don't need just in case it's a drag on the internet. Music, chat box, speech chat, Twitch, YouTube, we're all set. It is a lovely morning here in Saratoga. Hey Google, what is the temperature in Saratoga right now?
Current temperature in Saratoga County is 28 degrees.
28 degrees Fahrenheit. Not bad, not bad. Just a little bit below freezing, perhaps -1 Celsius. Perhaps the same temperatures in Canada. We should have a few people joining us. I'm hoping to actually work with some students this morning. So the team room is open behind me at 8:30 a.m. on YouTube. I will be posting a tour of the venue to a certain extent. And then there'll be a second intro, a second tour. As the round starts, we'll probably do one more for the start of the round. We'll be doing, hopefully, a new podcast with Roke and Joe Sloan. As I do expect him to pop in at any moment and wonder where I was yesterday morning. But I didn't get any messages from him, so it all worked out. Let's open up our Discord and just see if he chimed in. Always good to know that MooBot has my back as far as stream announcements go. No direct messages. So that's good. Well, we do have direct messages, but usually it's a digital artist trying to offer their services to me for thumbnails and whatnot, and I really should take them up on it. I'm a little bit afraid, just a little bit afraid to give over the control of my YouTube channel to someone I don't know. So I would like to interview a digital creator if they're going to do thumbnails for me. Know that they're a real person and not just some farm out of China or India where any random person is going to have access to my YouTube content and information. That is always an issue. So needless to say, we have some things to do. I don't necessarily know where we are. Oh, we're actually at a decent level in Puzzle Streak.
Get some water.
What in the world is going on with our music? Guess that was the end of the song. So, moment of truth. If we were to take Bishop takes, Rook takes, Bishop takes, Rook takes. This is quite the difficult exercise. Can't be that hard, right? It's only number 44. You don't really get difficult until around 70 or so. D5. Rook takes C6. Aha, removing the defender. Rook takes F4. Rook takes C8. Rook F1 check. Yuck. King takes G2. Aha. That's a pretty deep one. Oh no! And I knew I was supposed to play Rook takes C6 first. Rook takes C6, Rook takes F4, Rook takes C8. Go figure. So here we are, relegated to winning with an outside passed pawn. How hard can these be? Takes, King E5, B4, A4. Egads, folks. Am I just that lazy this morning? Let's stop our notifications in the bottom right. Oh my god. How is this so difficult? We're not in the square of the pawn, so therefore we can't completely play b4 here to break through. But even if we could try to break through, it's not much of a breakthrough. What in the world? Are we that lazy this morning? Number 2. How's that for Survivor on chess.com? Basically, if you've done Survivor on chess.com, the first 20 are back rank mates. Mate, 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 take, check, checkmate, check, checkmate, check, checkmate. Or queen takes f2 check, queen f1 check, rook takes checkmate. This is a little ridiculous. Suddenly I am at a loss. Let's start the process, everybody. Let's start the process. So, am I going to be able to get to c7 with my king if I were to simplify with h4, gh4, king h4, king e5, king g5, king d4, king f6, king b takes c3, b takes c3, king takes c4, king e7, king takes d5, forget that, right? I believe that his king can't move anywhere, so therefore, if I take this pawn flies through, right? So if I just take king e5, king takes g5, king takes d5, h4, king e6, king g6, just shutting him out. Only because he is in the square of the pawn. If I play h5, king e6, h5, king f7, and I'm going to have a hard time. Finally, we're back to some easy ones. Oh, thank God. Our event is starting right now. Oh no. Let's get back there. Xu Yuanyuan is the mother of Miao Lu. Young rising star, the top female junior on the, if you want to check the junior girls under 2700 list. She is rocking it. Many of the others have aged out, as it turns out. Who do we have here? We've got DD35 versus X and Ram Kumar Krishnan playing white. Charles numero uno is black, and Satyam 0201. I don't know about this music here, folks. I'm trying to get only instrumental music. We'll give the beats a try on average. We have our coffee. I was hoping to play at least a couple of games before I head off to work. And we're off, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, so I know that I'm going to be playing b6. There is a move-by-move book on b6 in the bookstore. I was very tempted to get it, just because b6 is not an easy move to play, but it can be played against every single opening. The English, it can be played against f4, d4, e4, knight f3, perhaps not g3. Yeah, we are going to look into b6 on the first move. Now, I have been tempted in the past to play f5, but we'll see what happens after e6. And now f5? No. Let's just play it like an Alekine gone out of control. Queen e2 is usually played, by the way. And the reason why queen e2 is played is to prevent d5, which probably I could have done. But let's put the pressure on the pawn on e4 the old-fashioned way with just a knight and a bishop. P-E-R, so it is snowing here in Saratoga. Knight c6 could have also been a threat. But we will get our king out of the center. He has e5, bishop takes h7. But now we can fight for the center because we have a double hook. And we have an outpost square for our knight. It may not last long, though. We don't have bishop g4. Might have wanted to play c5. Is this a pawn sacrifice? Is this a worthy pawn sacrifice? Put it that way. Let's just allow our opponent in. Why don't we? He has knight to g5 in some cases. So now we'll have 2 on the square d4 if we take with the bishop. But if we take this way, we run the risk of getting further annoyed on our e6 square. Let's see how he chooses. Instead of the knight, he places the bishop on that square. Can we? Should we go for the isolated pawn pair? What is he up to? If our bishop weren't here, there would be a threat of knight takes d5 followed by and we could lose a piece maybe. Is this at all worthwhile? Knight e4, knight takes e4. If we have anything on this square, it doesn't quite work out. We are going to pretend as though this is a normal continuation. Pressure on d4, planning on throwing this in at any time. Of course, we're going to recapture with. Wait just a moment. Could I get overworked? We are going to need the help of d4. Possibly c4, then d4. Then d3. We will see. So c4 is met by bishop takes c4. So this is why we are going to just tuck our king away and pretend as though this did not happen. Bishop takes, knight takes d5, queen takes d5. And then bishop takes h7. Check, but not check. Check, but not check. He does have the ability to take that pawn. However, queen to e6, eh? Queen to e6. I feel like we are going to have to capture. So if d4, is he threatening bishop takes, queen f5? What does that really do? So on bishop takes f6, knight e4 now looks very annoying. We don't want to lose this bishop. In the process, it's got knight e5. Are we losing the d5 pawn? This does look like the case. So let's simplify. No, we're losing our bishop. Fascinating how tricky things can be all of a sudden. If I don't lose my d5 pawn, I will be okay. We'll go for some simplification. We are losing possibly the d5 pawn, but maybe we'll get back the b2 pawn. Rook to b1, bishop c3. Is that reasonable? I don't think so. Yes. We're gonna have to relocate. How does this queen stay on this? We're relocating, folks. And now, knight h5, bishop c4, bishop d5, d4. So is he really threatening anything here? Of course he is. He's got bishop takes. I don't really have the threat of taking because he has bishop moves anywhere he darn well pleases. So therefore, knight e4. Bishop d6. Bishop takes f6. Bishop takes f4. Bishop takes d8. Rook takes d8. Bishop d6. Rook takes e8. Check. Alright, if we lose, we lose. We're getting a little low on time. Bishop takes, bishop takes. And now he's threatening mate of the highest order, so we don't have much of a choice, do we? 6 threatens mate immediately. He's in, folks. He's in. And our back rank is weak. Got rook takes e8 check. And we are devastated. It is official. That was horrible. Let's just look at this board again. Just because we have to. We need our player database as black. That must be as white. So I like how the new player database, if you're on the black side of the board, it automatically comes up as black instead of having to change it from now on. 96 other players. In this cache, we don't have our player database readily made available, as it turns out. Knight e8, huh? Let's go back to this one. We're at a steady minus 0.8. Except for that move, right? I don't trust it now. D5 is the right move. D5 straight away. D5, CD5, CD5, E5, and again knight E8. But after knight E4, knight C3, I have to play knight takes C3. I got into a little bit of a skirmish here. Rook to E1, king H8, logical. I think C5 was our downfall. Yeah. C5 was certainly our downfall. And we got another reprieve here. Bishop to C8, queen to C8. I did look at queen to C8. Can't be worried about losing a pawn. Queen takes c8, rook f c8, bishop to b5. They were considering bishop to b5 straight away in the quick analysis. But if queen takes c8, rook on f takes c8, why? Rook on a takes c8, knight to b5. Yeah, that's what we needed to do. Queen to c8. And we're relegated to page 2. Relegated to page 2 because of b6. Hey, gods. That did not help our percentages. I did not bring my my stats. But I do have the stats. I thought I had the stats available, but I could be wrong. All right, so as white, we need to improve our stats with f3. Why is this guy berserking? I guess we'll find out. I lost the bishop. Queen h4 check, won a bishop. I lost the bishop on that deal. Wow. So he has bishop to c5 check at any time. We're just going to develop our pizzas, that's all. Try to improve our stats with f3. As white. Bishop to g4 was going to test my playing ability. It really was. If only my opponent were thinking, dude. That's interesting. Okay, we'll go for the pawn weakness. I'm going to pretend as though he's not doing anything to me. We'll threaten g7. He's going to help us by bringing a rook to the center. That was very kind. Very, very kind of him. We'll see how he wishes to place his queen. We have a fort coming up. Do we have a fort coming up? He has a check, we have a check. Nothing to see here, folks. Move along. Nothing to see here, folks. So, we have the pawn weaknesses. Will he recapture with the king? I guess he will. So what is his threat? Queen to d4. That is annoying. Queen to d4 is mildly annoying. That's even more annoying. We're gonna have to batten down the hatches and see how frisky he wants to get. We're gonna have to batten down the hatches and see how frisky he wishes to get. Bishop d2, bishop e1, but by the time he gets there, I am afraid that your queen is going to have to hit the road, mister. Do we wish to trade queens? No. No trading queens for you. Queen to e2 might have won a piece. We're going to take care of our king's safety in just one moment. Do not berserk if you want to become better at chess against a much better player. Do not berserk. All right, last game. Let me check on our attendance here, just to see. No one yet. Just in time. And we still need F3, right? Do we need F3? That was 225 on F3s. Let's do G3. We needed a G3. I said that B6 could be played against almost anything, except perhaps for this. I'll prepare it. We're just going to prepare it. Hopefully he doesn't attack my pawn again with A5. Guess not. I'm going to do the old double fianchetto, eh?
Now,
Are we going for a bird's opening?
hello there.
Good morning, no words. How are you, buddy? Ladies and gentlemen, no words. That's how it is. Crossing my fingers that my... Oh no. What am I doing to myself? Bishop takes, queen takes. Nah. Let's just keep battening down the hatches. We will get that bishop out of the drink later, but I like his knight right where it is.
Now words.
Said. I'm good, just tired, couldn't sleep last night and had to host a tournament for a school, so that was fun.
Really? That's cool. Let's give him a little bit of a checkup. Not that it's going to do anything, but this knight has to go. And now for something completely indifferent. D4, knight F3, knight E3. Is he taking on E5? It looks like he's trying to take on E5. D3 is hanging. So, takes, takes, takes. It's a bummer. It is a bummer. Just try to keep everything under control to the best of our ability. Where is he headed? Okay. Somehow I think I came out ahead on this deal. Where are you going? Let's just keep everything hanging. Keep his knight out of the loop. Is my queen safe? That is the question. I feel my queen is safe. Just give him a little checkup. No. Score 1 for G3. Just trying to improve our percentages one right after the other. Charles numero uno, running away with the tournament. This is terrible. 6 players in play. We'll see if we have any customers yet. No customers. All right, moment of truth. Could use another coffee. Do I dare risk trying to make coffee while waiting for? Could be tricky. I don't know how far away from the computer I can actually walk while waiting for a game. We will see. Dragon Espumoso. So against E4, we still need B6 to win. Didn't do so well last time at all. I don't think I should castle. Maybe I should batten down the hatches since I'm going to exchange this knight. Going to exchange the knight, and I'm going to play this like a Nimzo Indian with the idea that we're going to put our pawns on dark squares. We do need to stop him from playing the move E5. So this is all part of the plan, right? It is all part of the plan. Now, can we castle? Let's give a little bit of a love tap there to that one. So we no longer have the two bishops, which is kind of a bummer. Our opponent seems to have lost a little bit of control of his D5 pawn. So what can he do? Just an exchange of bishops, folks. Just an exchange of bishops. Attack a pawn, attack a pawn, attack a pawn. We always have rook c8 and rook takes c2 for a rook on the 7th rank as well. Bishop d4, c6. We are up a pawn. Yeah, we are up a pawn. We're going to meet his check with a little interim nuzzle, saving our knight from being captured. He has a choice of dark squares and one white square. Well, that's fascinating. Is his rook getting to the 7th rank? It does look like it, doesn't it? Do I want the queenside pawn majority or do I want the other pawn majority? Let's see if we can get into trouble here. Our opponent is good, folks. Our opponent is good. Now he's pinning us. And he might be winning us. F5. F4. He's getting his pawn back. C'est la vie. Or is he getting his pawn back? He's getting his pawn back. It's a bummer. But not so easily. Our rook is going to get pesky. His rook is going to get pesky. Our rook is going to get pesky. We'll see how pesky we can be. Do I wish to go in that direction? It's a good move on his part. Seems to have given up on my interesting idea here. Takes. Now he's going to save his a3 pawn, and he gets to attack our a7 pawn. So it's kind of a bummer. So we will return to our regularly scheduled bothersome ways. Well, that's interesting. So now he has almost no king safety. He may draw me, but he won't beat me. We'll see what we can do to get our king extremely active. D5 could have been a good move, last move. So now A5. Resuming our regularly scheduled programming. That was kind of him to sacrifice that pawn. But he does sacrifice it for a good reason. He is trying to get his king off the back rank as well. Now, I have won this endgame only a handful of times in my lifetime, a la Magnus Carlsen magic. So we will see what we get out of the deal if we do try to do just that. If we get it, who knows what is capable? Whoa! He did not activate his king. That's so bizarre. Now he has a weakness. Who would have known that these endgames could be so tricky and tedious? He left his rook in the worst possible location. It's true that we only have a rook's pawn, but we'll see what we can do with it. Some mating nets. Nothing serious going on here, folks. Nothing serious. Oh. So he's just doing that to me, is he? Now the endgame may be lost. Or we have to keep his king out of the loop. To the best of our ability, we have to keep his king out of the loop. And now all the pawns are in action. As the mating net is as well. So we did manage to get another, what was that? Another B6 in. Is speech chat not working? I haven't been reading. Is speech chat not working? Volberg, good morning. How are you, man?
Words.
Said. Testing 1 2.
Thank you, no words. I love it. I can't see the screen, unfortunately, so I am going with the speech chat window,
No
crossing
words.
my fingers.
Said. Testing 3 4.
Nicely done. Look at this guy on YouTube, and there are no words. So what do we need here? We need B6, obviously. Gotten 3 B6s in.
Now words.
Said.
Bishop takes 8.
Testing
Bishop.
complete passed.
This is going to be interesting. I was expecting Queen F3, honestly. We have a dark squared bishop, so I guess we put our pawns on the light squares. Gets to attack it twice. I get to attack him twice. Oh no, I lost my pawn. I did lose my pawn. I didn't lose my pawn. He had queen h5 check, queen takes d5 check. So fortunately, my opponent is being very kind. Bishop g4 was probably bishop to b4 was probably the right move. So what is he threatening if I take? He's got this. I have to find out. Getting scary. Getting just a little bit scary here. As he makes every effort to try to bother my harried king. He's up 2 rooks at the moment. Could be awkward. Yes. I take, he takes, everybody takes. Do I dare to give back the pawn? I don't think I have a choice. I have no choice. What is no choice? I'm probably going to lose because of this. He has queen to b3 check at the end of the rainbow. So, I have no choice. Yeah, it's just as awkward. And I lose. Wow. That's insane. Knight back to e6. Was that the right move? What? He's doing this to me? Takes. Does he have another check? Where's he going? He does have that move no matter what, so I don't have much of a choice. I do not have much of a choice. Still lost. Still lost. No, I was lost in too many different ways. Charles numero uno, maintaining his small plus score with my dubious opening set. I've had 3 blacks and 3 b6s. 1 and 2. I need to improve my score, but every time I finish with 50%, or is that true? So I had b6. Okay, no, I'm just down now. I'm at 60. I'm at 33% at the moment. But the score with b6 is so low, maybe I should just choose my opponents carefully, right? If I really want to bring up my percentages, I just have to choose my opponents more carefully. Desperate for more coffee. He is cementing his #1 lead. Who do I have here? G3? Yes, G3. I've mentioned in the past how unfair. Should I take a minute to try to make coffee now that I know that I have a game? Maybe I can build up 15 seconds on this deal.
Said. What software is best for running just normal school tournaments because buying the official one is expensive?
It is expensive. You know, it's always possible to do them by hand, honestly. Basically, I actually used to run it in the classroom. I used to just run it in an Excel spreadsheet, and that way I could manipulate the numbers. I'd have a column for white and a column for black, and I would do it on a Palm Pilot originally. So on a Palm Pilot, they had sheets and whatnot, and it worked out pretty well. So basically, you have the attendance that you would normally do. You can even keep track of the board numbers by putting the board numbers in bold. Basically, it would be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. And you might even be able to, uh-oh, did he move? He castled? We're going to play C3. Even though Queen E1 was probably the best move there. So what have you been doing so far? You can also do brackets if you want to do school tournaments. You can do brackets where you play 1 white and 1 black, so each player has to play 1 black and 1 white. Now, if you're talking about large-scale tournaments and you're trying to avoid paying for the software, that's a little bit of a trickier question, to be honest. Yeah, let's go with Queen E1. Let's see what we can get on this guy. So is he threatening to play E5? I think he is. That doesn't mean that I'm not threatening to play E4.
Now words.
Said. Sounds like an idea. I'm instantly good with Excel. We using an older program called Swiss Araptor, but we notice is makes some mistakes with the pairings and well as other bugs.
Yeah, there's always going to be a mistake though in the pairings. It's really annoying that way. There's always going to be that hazard. Alright, I guess I'm going after the bishop pair. For lack of a better thing to do, I'm going after the bishop pair since he's not threatening E5 anymore. My original inclination was just to play E5, but then I let the bishop have free reign again. And now, if I play knight takes, I get to play F5 instead of E5. And what good does that do me? F5, GF5, EF5, bishop D5, knight E4. He gets knight E5, knight D3 though. Therefore, we're just going to keep our basis for controlling these weak squares. Weak squares. Weak squares. Weak squares. Weak squares. Now that we've kept the knight from moving forward, we actually might be threatening F5 all over again. But let's keep open the options of bringing more stuff in. And bothering him when we can. Knight F3, was that a better move? Maybe knight f3 was a better move. Alright, so now the moment of truth. Are we really going for it? f5 takes, takes, takes. Bishop h3. Bishop h3. He's got queen d3. Alright, let's just have fun. We're at least going to have the better pawn structure at the end of it. I'm really not sure where his knight is going to go. Because he played rook on a to d8 doesn't mean that I'm not going to have a lot of fun here. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Is he going to play that? Lot of fun. Lot of fun. Lot of fun. I don't know, this seems pretty iffy. We're trying to focus on the weak f7 square. Will we get en passant? It seems like sorry, I realize that I'm out of camera vision here. Trying to keep everything protected, just in case he's interested. I thought he might try that, who knows? If I'm gonna hang my queen, it's always possible. Let's simplify this. We have an extra pizza pie, pizza pie, pizza pie, pizza pie. So rook to that square. Looks like we're winning a bishop. The interesting thing is that after bishop takes, rook takes, it's rook h8 and rook on 1 to h7 mate. 20 minutes left. Not read the rules. It is written in the rule. What? If you berserk, you don't get increment time back. Ah. Thank you, Folberg, for squaring him away. Uh-oh, we might have some customers. We might have some customers. I heard the door. Good morning, sir.
Now words.
I was leaving your door.
Said. Customers.
That's Folberg, we're continuing with G3. I don't remember what opening I had last time. Darn it. We definitely have at least 2 G3s. I think the previous one was a G3 as well, right? I was white. So that means that we have 3 G3s for the day. Oh, I failed in my effort. I need to get the coffee started, Folberg. I'll be right back. Don't delay on my part. Just need to close the door properly for... There we go. Forgot to take the coffee with me. Hotel coffee, you know?
Now words.
Said. Last game was G3, so 3 G3 total 1 F3 and 3 times 10 to the power of 4th.
All right, the coffee is brewing at least. Moment of truth. So, Folberg, I remember you beat me the last game. I'm trying to remember if I ran out of power. I think I just ran out of power. Interestingly enough. I'm trying to remember. It was some strange circumstance. I just lost on time, ultimately. Where was I? Do you remember our last game, Koberg? Just trying to recall. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. Yes, black timeout, white one. You got me. Fair and square. I was totally winning, but you got me. I shouldn't have been fooling around. I think I was fooling around. Okay, Google. Set timer for 1 minute.
Okay, you've got a 1 minute timer.
Okay, Google. Start timer.
Starting this timer.
Aha. My timer's never worked on my phone. I have to figure out whether or not it's because I need to set the timer to go get the coffee, because often I forget to get the coffee. Charles plays. Charles numero uno plays.
Said. Okay, Google, set timer for 5 days.
Yeah, I know, right? I have actually sprung for Gemini. It's a little bit of a bother, because it's not what I was hoping it would be. I had a Google Gemini I'm just going to try to keep him from castling. But I do have an ulterior motive. I do have an ulterior motive. How you doing, sir?
Hello.
Good morning. See, I knew we'd have customers. What's up, Mr. Goldstein?
Hello.
Hey, Jake.
Now
Oh, wait a
Earth.
minute. I'm
Said.
streaming. You can use the
I
sets
won't
if you'd
touch
like.
anything AI with a 10-foot pole.
No worries. I'm just streaming in the other room. I'm going to end soon.
Okay, sounds good.
I was just waiting for somebody to come in. I was going to stream as long as I could until we have customers. Is he going to try to bother me? He might just do that right now. Well, he didn't, so I castle. I was expecting knight a6, bishop to b4 threat. But we will see. I was going to limit his movement with my pawns. Make his life miserable. This is what I was probably going to have to do in the previous life. That doesn't mean that I'm getting everything that I want out of the deal, though. So I can't stop him from going to a4 so easily, but we can limit his movement and slowly improve our position. Do we want to play for d4? I don't think so. We're gonna have to do something soon. What do we do? I don't know. Let's see if we can weaken his dark squares on that side of the board. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Wait a minute now. B4 comes at a price. I just realized. Uh-oh. I don't know if I appreciate that one so much. Ruh-roh. Is he sneaking up on me now?
Now Earth.
Said. What do we do with a drunken patzer?
Oh, I love my knight so much, but I can't let him get any friskier than he has. Now, how do we take advantage of this? Trying not to have many weaknesses. All exchanges are bad. All exchanges are bad unless you know why. They could be good. Have we played through all of our songs? Oh, coffee. I forgot about my coffee. I have coffee.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, William. How are you? I'll be right out. I'm just finishing up short stream. I'm going to end as soon as this game is over. You guys should be in this tournament already. That was close. What did I say earlier about having tissues nearby just in case you spill stuff on your screen? Or, yuck. 2 minutes? All right, we can still clean up. Nothing happened with the computer, at least. I kept the coffee far enough away. But because I was in a hurry, it got dangerous indeed. Wow, the screen got it good, but we'll see how good the screen is. Can you believe these technical issues? Froberg, he's got my number. All right, so Queen D7. You're going to do this to me. I need to be careful. It's good that we have tissues. So Rook C8. Maybe I should have gone the other way, but we surprised him anyway. Set up a small trap. It's really bad to make a bad move when your opponent is singing while you're playing. I'm a little worried about the screen, but I'm happy that it went on the screen instead of on the stuff that could have been worse. Removing the defender if it takes its course. No, I don't want to improve him in any way, shape, or form. I know where he's going. Yeah, he's trying. Where did my knight come from? Did it really come from F3? F4, G takes, bishop takes.
Hi, John.
Good morning. I just said good morning to everyone. Oh no, I can't do that. Wonder if we can do that. The 5-second is never enough. I'm hoping for a retained image. There is a retained image, but how good is it? I have to, oh, I see what you're up to. No, I have to do it this way. I got your retained image right here. It's about the same. It's about the same. Only 4 minutes left in this trading arena. And now for the moment of truth. It's not such a moment of truth, is it? Not really. Not a true moment of truth.
Mr. MacArthur, how are you?
Good morning. How are you, Leo?
Can you come in?
Sure, you can come in. Just
Oh, we got a nice setup.
yeah, just finishing the stream. We have our fellow star chess coach Leonardo Liu behind me. What do I want to do with this guy? Darn it. Can't make up my mind. I'm playing around with my food here.
Now words.
Said. Hello there, Leo.
Yeah, I know, right? I should be streaming in a more public place, right? Let everybody have a chance to enjoy. This is do the old rope-a-dope. Did he do it to me? No. Rook takes g3, king takes g3. But he didn't have rook takes g3, king takes g3 because I was going to recapture with the knight with check. That was a close one. Should have tried it though, Fulbert. Pairings are closed. Solidly behind Mr. Charles. Namaste, everyone. I'm just going to close my stuff. Check out where we're going from here. I believe that we are visiting, we're going from club to club. We're going to go from here to Magnus Carlsen, believe it or not. I don't know if it's worth it, but I'm hoping it will be. What do you think, everybody? We're going to go straight from here to Magnus Carlsen. If I can find my... I can't find my...
Now words.
Said. Oh cool, hope you enjoy.
I'll stick around for the raid. I have to find my thing. I think I need no words to raid for me. I can't find my... Oh, there it is. I found the chat. So it's raid. Nice. We're visiting Magnus Carlsen playing in the Norwegian Teams Championship, which is being held at Opperspiel, I believe. Thanks everyone for being here. We have 22 seconds left of the event. Is anyone still playing? Charles is done. Hopefully Charles will be in the team room soon. All right, everyone. Nothing better than losing to a student. Namaste. Have a super day. There is a YouTube introduction to the venue if anybody is interested, and we'll do another one around round time. Please enjoy the awesome vibes and moves of
Now
Grandmaster and former
Sir.
world champion.
Goodbye, Sensei.
No words, thank you. Please check out Chess Informant and please subscribe on the YouTube. Check out the premiere of the New York State Chess Scholastic Championships K through 8. Now should be available on YouTube. Cheers.